So I wanted to take a few minutes with this video to talk about 5 interesting PlayStation stories, and if you could hit that like button on the video, thank you to those that do it, and as always, it's very much appreciated. Now, the stories I wanted to cover in this video includes Sly Cooper on PlayStation 5 and when it could possibly release. A new Spider-Man is coming to Avengers finally after many have been waiting over a year for that to happen. It's also exclusive to PlayStation. Killzone 2 is being revived, PlayStation Vita news in 2021, and Sony's latest investment. First, yes or no, have you played Spider-Man Miles Morales yet or not? I'm wondering how many Spider-Man fans there are on the channel here, and obviously this relates to one of the stories we're going to cover today. So yes or no, have you played Spider-Man Miles Morales yet or not? Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the first story of the video, Sly Cooper, PlayStation 5. So Sly Cooper has been in the rumor mill for a bit at this point. We're hearing that it's in development and that it's being made by another development team that's not Sucker Punch, the original creators. That makes sense to me because Sucker Punch are pretty much focused on Ghost of Tsushima sequel at this point, I assume. The latest on this is focused on the game's development time. We have two sources saying two different things, which is interesting. So let's go over source number 1, Special Nick over on Twitter, who replied to another Twitter user asking about the validity of some information regarding Sly Cooper on PlayStation 5. He confirms that Sly Cooper started development in summer 2021, so a few months ago, and that it could get a reveal in 2022 at a State of Play or mid 2022, which I assume is a PlayStation showcase, but he couldn't confirm if it was a PlayStation 5 only title and if it's called Sly Cooper 5. The second source here is someone we haven't covered in a while, and that is Roberto Serrano on Twitter, who chimes in on this information stating the development of Sly started in the second half of 2020 and the title is under discussion. Maybe he only learned about it this summer. So one source says development started last year and the other says this past summer. Roberto, however, doesn't seem to dispute the reveal time. This is all rumor for now, of course, but I personally think a new Sly Cooper reveal is bigger than a State of Play. It should be at a PlayStation showcase if this happens next year, unless it's getting its own State of Play for itself, a full focus on itself. I also personally think if the development time started, the development time here stated is correct, this is a 2023 or 2024 title, so most likely it'll be a PlayStation 5 only title. Now diving into the second story of the video, PlayStation Vita 2021. So this was weird news. Reading from Push Square, as reported by GamesIndustry.biz, the EU General Court has ruled Sony's trademark is to be partially revoked, while the rights for the terms used in relation to a game's console will remain with the company. It's used for data carriers containing programs and audio and or image carriers not of paper are to be opened up to other parties. A company by the name of Vita Audio applied for this action to be taken a decade ago when the handheld system launched, and although Sony tried to argue its case for the PlayStation Vita, the decision has been finally made to revoke the trademark, at least in those aforementioned categories. This comes down to the console's primary function as a game-playing device and its multimedia functionality being deemed secondary. Basically, any EU-based companies who want to use Vita for their business or product can now do so as long as it relates to data carriers containing programs or audio and or image carriers. So nothing really to add to this. That's pretty much the story. I just personally found it interesting and I wanted to share it with you guys. But you guys let me know if you still play on the PlayStation Vita anymore or not. Let me know down in the comments below. Now diving into the third story of the video, Killzone 2 2021. So there's this group of people that revive old PlayStation online multiplayer titles known as PS Online Emulated Network. According to a user on Reset Era, their last game they brought back to life was Warhawk, and now they're bringing Killzone 2 back to life, stating, as many of you know, Killzone 2 has been under heavy work. Lastly, we have now reached a stable state and we're happy to bring this chance to enjoy the multiplayer of this iconic masterpiece of the PlayStation 3. We're aiming this weekend for a release and we'll confirm it as soon as possible. If there's a delay, it shouldn't take very long. Keep in mind that the server will be in testing phase during the first weeks. It only means that the server may restart if needed without prior notice. More precision about this stable state and the beta will be posted in Killzone 2 when possible. So we've seen This with other titles, even on the Xbox side, with something like Halo 2 servers. Groups of people attempt and succeed in bringing new life to old titles. To jump on this site, the site states you need to change the DNS on your PlayStation 3 so you can connect to the server. It's pretty straightforward, and they have a tutorial on their site if you need it. I might have to dust off the PlayStation 3 for this weekend just to try this out if it's actually happening. Now, diving into the fourth story of the video, new Spider-Man this month finally. So for a long while now, Avengers fans have been waiting for the exclusive PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5 release of the new Spider-Man. This won't be Insomniac Spider-Man, but a Crystal Dynamics own version of the character for the Avengers game. Fans have been waiting for over a year now, I believe, and it's finally coming later this month on November 30th. Reading from the press release, Spider-Man's high-flying acrobatics bring an entirely new way to experience the game, either solo or with friends, and his unique movement and combat abilities are sure to be a great addition to any strike team taking on missions in the Avengers initiative. I personally only played a bit of Avengers, but maybe I'll check this event out later this month, just to see this new Spider-Man, how he looks and how he plays. I'm sure a lot of Avengers fans out there are very excited for this piece of content to finally release, but I've also seen a bit of controversy from fans on other platforms as to why it's exclusive to PlayStation, and from my understanding, it mainly comes down to Sony's partnership with Disney. Sony owns the Spider-Man movie rights, and Disney wants to keep making money off of that. So if they want to do that, they gotta scratch Sony's gaming side, I guess is the way to say this, but that's basically what it comes down to. And now diving into the final story of the video, Sony's latest investment. Reading from gamesindustry.biz, Devolver Digital has begun trading on AIM, a sub-market London stock exchange, in a flotation that values the indie publisher at close to $1 billion. The company's stock went live at 8 a.m. this morning. Devolver's raised $261 million around its admission to AIM, valuing the company at $950 million, in line with initial reports of the publisher's IPO plans earlier this year. GamesIndustry.biz has also learned that Sony Interactive Entertainment will be making a 5% investment in the company. PlayStation themselves added to this, stating this on Twitter: "Shout out to our friends Devolver Digital on their public offering today. We're honored to be an investor. Keep shining a light on those great indie games." So Devolver Digital is great. They have a lot of titles under their belt. I'm personally interested in one of their titles coming out next year, I believe, which is Shadow Warrior 3. I played 1, it was fun. 2 was okay, I never got to finish that, but 3 looks to be amazing. This is a small investment, just like Sony has done elsewhere, for example, like Epic Games, the creators of Unreal Engine. Sony is being very strategic, as we've seen them do in the past, in terms of who they partner with, invest in, or purchase, and this continues that trend. But you guys, let me know if you're fans of Devolver Digital or not. Let me know down in the comments below, and if you guys did enjoy this video, please hit that like button, as it always helps. So subscribe if you're new. I got new videos every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and now I'll check you guys out on the next one. And welcome back to the after show. This is the part of the video where we have a little fun down in the comments below. If you're old, welcome back. If you're new, welcome. For today's thing, what I want you guys to do is to body, obliterate, destroy, and overall harass the comment section with "It's finally the weekend." That's pretty much it. I'm just saying this because that's how I personally feel right now. It's finally the weekend. And if you feel the same way, destroy the comment section with "It's finally the weekend." And I'll definitely heart those comments like I always do, because I appreciate everybody who stays to the end of my videos. And now I'll check you guys out on the next one.